in these streets, who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming from my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, he completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Melvin Ingram. In there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Whirling! 12!
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mayfield now on second down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First carry for Nick Chubb. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Mayfield. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dez Bryant, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Maverick! Tight end right. What's tight? Tight end right. Five. Obama.
Third and 2. Goff. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Now he's flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue Lady. Gun. Blue Lady. Detroit. Detroit.
Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tiger. Tiger. Super. 12.
A shotgun snap for goal. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Here we go. 5.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Texans send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken around the 12. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, Mayfield. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Orange.
To throw on second down is gone. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Now Gordon on first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
14.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. It's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Listen. We got 4.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hey. Got 3. Three down. Check 52. Shoot.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Give. This is Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, Mayfield drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
No, check, Patriot!
Now Mayfield. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On second down, Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Goff. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Goff now looks to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now it's gone. The throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up.